you in the name of Zootech. Today I'm going to take a topic on reproductive health. As I already told you, health is wealth. So it can be defined as a physical, mental and the social well-being in all matters relating to the reproductive system. So I tell you, physical, mental and social well-being, which is all related to the reproductive system. Now, talking about the physical, one has to take care of all the organs of the reproductive parts of his or her body. That is physical. Talking about mental aspects, so there is a discrimination in our country between a girl child and a boy child. These are all the psychological problems relating to reproduction. So, there are couples who are not able to give birth to a baby. You have a mental pressure. So these are all related to reproduction, but they affect your mental value. When you talk about the reproductive health, you have to be mentally well. And talking about the social well-being, so it is a society who has defined that having a boy child is better than having a girl child. So you should have a child, you should have a kid of yourself. The society says that you should have a kid of your own. If the couple is not able to produce a child, so the society blames, oh, this couple is like, they are infertile, right? So in that situation, we are being pushed to a mental agony, right? So these are all, to overcome all this, so we talk about the reproductive health, you should be physically, mentally and socially well. So that is the definition for the reproductive health. Fine. Now let me talk about the problems and strategies. What are the problems and strategies here? First one, we'll talk about family planning. This family planning was initiated in the year 1951. It was initiated in the year 1951 to achieve the total reproductive health. So, main problem in India is what? It is overpopulation. So, which is directly connected with the reproductive health. And secondly is the proper medical care. So what's proper care? That is, each year, like 3,58,000 women, they die due to the complications related to pregnancy and childbirth. So most of these deaths can be avoided by improving the women's health to the quality care from the skilled medical professionals. So we have to educate those women to have a diagnosis with the skilled medical professionals. And then talking about the awareness. See, awareness is government, non-government agencies are creating awareness among the people about reproductive health. Friends, parents, teachers, they do have a major role in giving these informations. Talking about the sex education. So talking about the sex education, so it should be introduced and encouraged in schools to provide right information about adolescence and misconceptions. So to train people in the adolescent age. So what does actually sex education mean? Sexual education means we have to train the people with the teenagers. This age group should know the pros and cons about the sexual things. So what is the right time to have a sexual things and what are the different disadvantages and demerits of having an unprotected sex. So all these aspects in this regard, we have to educate the students openly. So we have to tell them which is correct and which is wrong. For this, we wanted to educate those people to have awareness on the sex education. And next, talking about to access to the reproductive and sexual health. So this is that family planning, counseling, prenatal care, safe delivery, prevention of abortion should all be made available. And the last is we're talking about the prevention of sex abuse and sex related crime. Prevention of sex abuse. And sex related crime. So what is this? So these are the social evils which can be controlled by proper law and order as well as by the public awareness. Talking about amniocentesis and its statutory ban. What is amniocentesis? Means it is a prenatal technique used to detect any chromosomal abnormalities and fetal infections as well as for the sex determination. So what do you mean by chromosomal abnormalities? What is chromosomal? It is used to detect any chromosomal abnormalities. What do you mean by chromosomal abnormalities? See, these chromosomal abnormalities occur when there is an extra chromosome, while others occur when a section of chromosome is deleted or duplicated. You can say an example as Down syndrome or the Turner syndrome. So these are all will be the chromosomal aberration. So this is a technique, this is a prenatal technique which is used to detect any chromosomal abnormalities and fetal infections as well as for the sex determination. And why there is a ban in this? Why this is banned? Amniocentesis is banned means once the sex of the fetus is known, there may be a chance of female feticide. What is female feticide? Aborting the female child in the mother's womb. Baby. So female feticide will be there. So due to the small family norms and the sweet choice for having only a male child, and the female population is decreasing at an alarming rate. For this, there is a ban in the amniocentesis. Thanks for now, and the other topic will be dealt in the next session.